Name's Rutlidge, Captain Rutlidge. It's an Anglo-Saxon name, meaning pool of blood, I think. The last few weeks have been a veritable hell, by day looking for clues to the whereabouts of a suspect, by night drowning my sorrows in Shirley Temples. Who is this suspect that's causing my woes? Well, she sneaks around the world, from Kiev to Carolina. Sticky-fingered Filcher, from Berlin down to Belize. She'll take you for a ride on a slow boat to China. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Okay, meals you've got.
There was the errand boy, some young Scottish lad, eager to earn a dime here and there.
What do you mean, boy? We're the exact same age. It's just an inner monologue, Campbell. Please don't interrupt it.
As I sifted through the mail, I found a new clue that would help me in my case. Hopefully answering my burning questions of why on earth I'm going through the whole film noir shtick. Why in time I'm using a typewriter when I have a fully functioning computer. And where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Answering this question involved breaking a few rules. But heck, rules were made to be broken. Why else would loopholes exist? Created by Dwayne Capizzi and starring the voices of Gina Rodriguez and Flynn Wolfhard, Carmen Sandiego reimagines the sticky-fingered Filcher as a Robin Hood-type character, stealing for the benefit of the world and foiling the plans of the villainous International League of Evil, or Vile. Teaming up with Carmen are brother and sister duo Zack and Ivy, and the tech-savvy hacker known as Player. The Vile villains,
No pun intended.
include bosses Professor Gunnar Maelstrom, Dr. Cerebellum, Countess Cleo, Coach Brunt, and Master Shadowsong, along with the operatives El Topo, Le Chèvre, Tigress, Mime Bomb, Crackle, and Paper Star. Also on Carmen's tail are the Interpol detectives turned ACME investigators Chase Deveneaux and Julia Argent.
A powerful young woman of mystery, with friends including a computer techie and an extremely goofy sidekick. Wonder how that sounds familiar.
You do have a name, don't you?
Carmen Sandiego. Now, about this whole white hat thing. Does it have to be white?
In recent years, the Carmen Sandiego franchise has been turning a bit stale. The newer computer games have received lukewarm reception at best, and there hasn't been a TV series since the end of Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego in 1999. So why on earth would Netflix want to capitalize on a dying franchise? Most likely why they capitalized on the Magic School Bus Returns. Nostalgia. But nostalgia aside, Carmen Sandiego is a fairly well-made series with enduring respect to its predecessors, unlike the Magic School Bus Returns.
Where Magic School Bus Returns had a cemented style from both the book series and prior TV series, yet ignored it all for mediocre presentation, Carmen Sandiego builds off the ever-changing lore behind its main character to add a touch of spice to the dying franchise. In the original game, after all, Carmen is depicted as a former agent of the Monaco Secret Service being tracked by Interpol. As the game series progressed and new TV shows were produced, she became a former ACME agent turned rogue.
Even the TV series depictions varied over the years. In Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, she's portrayed as sort of a film noir-style gang boss. In Where in Time, she's a bitter criminal mastermind with little care for the consequences of her actions. And in the Fox series, Where on Earth, she's a gentleman thief stealing just for the fun, like the Pink Panther villain Sir Charles Phantom, the infamous Lytton.
Don't you mean Sir Charles Lytton, the Phantom?
Oh, yes.
So, in a nutshell, Carmen's been portrayed as a gang boss, a psychopathic criminal, and a gentleman thief. One thing has grown to be a big part of the series, though. for Hispanic heritage. So much so that she has been portrayed by Puerto Rican actress Rita Moreno and now Latin American actress Gina Rodriguez.
If you wish to walk in my shoes someday, white-collar crime is where the real money is.
Thank you.
Many new touches were added to the series for the appeal of new viewers, but there are still plenty of nods to the past in order to keep older fans on their toes. Just a little list right here.
Carmen donning the red coat and fedora of her former incarnations, references to the former pun-based villains, the new ACME chief bearing a resemblance to the late Lynn Thigpen, Carmen teaming up with the brother-sister duo Zack and Ivy from Where on Earth, video game character Chase Devino returns, and Rita Moreno returns to voice a mentor of Carmen.
And even though the series has a darker tone than its predecessors, there's still a good bit of humor mixed in, especially with the villains' plots.
As an example, the episode The Sticky Rice Caper deals with Carmen foiling a plot by Dr. Bellum to release rice-eating spores over Indonesia, forcing everyone to buy overpriced Vile brand imitation instant rice. Similarly, The Fishy Doubloon Caper has Carmen searching for a lost Ecuadorian coin that Professor Maelstrom wants to melt into a pair of cufflinks.
Even a few of the Vile operatives have that certain sprinkling of quirkiness, like a 60s Batman villain. I mean, for instance, you have a sinister mime, a Frenchman who climbs like a mountain goat, and yet another operative who uses origami shuriken stars. I'm not making any of this up, this is real. But all aside, what is the educational value of this series?
Like with Where on Earth, the episodes of the series contain small segments describing the countries Carmen is visiting, including Indonesia, Ecuador, the Netherlands, you name it. These educational tidbits play into the main heist for each episode, but they do their best not to take away from the main action.
Of course, not everything in this series is absolutely perfect.
There's not a whole lot of personality fleshing in the Vile operatives, except for maybe Crackle and Paper Star. And other than Coach Brunt and Master Shadow-san, we know next to nothing about the Vile bosses.
These are just slight nitpicks, though. On the whole, Carmen Sandiego is an enjoyable series that pays tribute to its past incarnations, while adding in enough energy and mystery to keep viewers engaged. Thankfully, Netflix has commissioned a second season for the show. So, what else should be brought in?
Hopefully we can see more fleshing out for the Vile operatives and maybe see some new bosses, along with a few more ACME agents tracing Carmen's whereabouts. Although it won't add much, it would be nice to see more callbacks to the PBS game shows. There can be cameo appearances from Greg Lee and Kevin Shinnick, not to mention Rockapella. Heck, time travel could even be introduced with the Chronoskimmer from Where in Time. So many possibilities are available, and it's up to Netflix to choose where the series will go from here.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And also be sure to give support to your local PBS stations, so more programming related to this one can continue to thrive. Next month we'll be back on PBS, and until then, I'm Captain Rutlidge. Good day.
So she ran out of my fingers again, but I found that there's more to this villainous vixen than met my myopic vision. Where will she be next? Who knows? But one thing's for sure. Wherever she's gone, ACME will be on the trail. But there's still one thing still bugging me, and that will be covered next month. Another month, another case with Captain Rutlidge, Public Broadcasting Reviewer.
I order you to stop!
Didn't say for how long.
Carmen Sandiego.
Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? 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 Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Sandiego.
Watch your back.